they send one representative. I mentioned the representative from Menchunwe, if we take an oath, now Honorable Peter Kube. Then when we come for Fako County, when a federal capital territory, we get 3 representatives. We get Honorable Ma Esther. Be very important. We have ladies in the house. Honorable Ma Esther. Then for where they represent we are LGA. Then we get Pa Obasanjo for Muyuka LGA, Honorable Pa Obasanjo. Then for Victoria LGA, we get Honorable Walter Chair. Then for Boyo, we get 2 representatives from Boyo. Honorable Ernest Timge from Fonlon LGA. Then we get Honorable Cheng Laiban from Ginicom LGA. Then we come go for Momo. We get 5 representatives. We get Honorable Joseph Agba from Widdicombe LGA. We get Honorable Jackson Asabi from Njikwa LGA. Then we get Honorable Ambrose from Ngi LGA. We get Honorable Dr. Ruda for Chibe. So that name there, Ruda for Chibe. Honorable Dr. Ruda for Chibe from Mogamo. So we have 2 females from Momo County. Then from Minimo LGA, we get Honorable Dr. Winifred Lobati. So we see Honorable Dr. Winifred Lobati, where that yesterday they voted as our new Madam Speaker of the House, of Interim House of Representatives. Right from Momo, we get the Secretary General in the person of Honorable Ambrose from the local government. Then we work and now go for Ngokitunjia. Ngokitunjia, they get 3 representatives. We get Honorable Ernest Paul from Bamunka LGA. Then we get that's not LGA. Then we get Babisi LGA, where it be represented by Honorable Dr. Titanta John. Then we go down to Balikumbat LGA. Balikumba LGA be represented by Honorable Tiale Otto. Honorable Tiale Otto. Congratulations. Then we move on for Kupe Maningoba. I congratulate all our LGA. Well, I don't read them so far. The newly sworn in honorable representatives. We go for Kupe Maningoba, we get 2. For Bangem LGA, we get Honorable Emmanuel Simlong, popularly known as Simi. Then from Nguti LGA, we get Honorable Florentine Potabon. For Nguti LGA, congratulations. Then from there, we go for Bowie. We get just one for now. And that one, no other than Honorable Ma Therese Yella, a descendant from Dr. Bernard Nsokika Fonlon, a descendant. It's interesting. Then we come out. From there, we go for Donga Mantung, the neighboring county from Bowie. We get for now one representative, Honorable Mfo Mohammed, popularly known as Honorable Dan Fulani. Then in Lebielem for now, we get one representative, Honorable Festus Asong. From there, we go for Manu. Manu get 4 representatives. Ayumajok LGAB represented by one of our mothers, Honorable Ma Caroline Mack. Then from there we go to Manfred Central LGA. It be represented by Honorable Dr. Egbe Orok. Then Upper Bayang LGA, we get Honorable Tani Victor. Then na 4 representatives, Akwaya be represented too. Akwaya local government, Manu, congratulations for Manu. All your 4 LGAs, they be represented. Akwaya local government will get Honorable Elias Tabe Bison. So for Manu, we move over to Ndian. Ndian for now get Honorable Tata Jonas Rambo as the representative from Ndian. From Ndian, we move over to Meme. Meme can get 3 representatives. Daniel Iswe from Honorable Daniel Iswe from Bonge local government. Then number 2 is Honorable Franklin Koge from Kumba AGA. You know that Kumba is probably the K-Town AGA, represented by Honorable Franklin Koge. Konye LGA be represented by no other person than our mother, Honorable Omali Chama. Honorable Omali Chama. That is from Konye LGA. Then we come for the Great Mezam. The last but not the least 13th county. 7 LGAs fully represented. We start with Bali LGA. In Bali LGA, we have Gangbobga, Honorable Gangbobga. Congratulations. Bafut LGA, we have our mother there, Honorable Mangi Alice. Mangia Alice, mother for twins. From Kwenza LGA, we have Honorable Pastor James. For Bamenda Mbaminankwe LGA, we have Honorable Clement Asongwe. For Tuba LGA, we have Honorable Timzu. For Bachongwa, look, LGA, we have Honorable Ade. And lastly, for Santa LGA, we get Honorable Constance Achu. So when we go county by county, we will see women them. For Fako County, one of the representatives is a woman. One woman representative from Fako County. We move over to Momo, we get two women then. Dr. Ruda Fochibe and Dr. Winifred Lobati as the honorable representative, two ladies from Momo. Then when we come down to Bui, we have Honorable Ma Therese Yenla. Then we move over to Manu. We have one lady in the person of Honorable Ma Caroline Mack. Then we come down to Meme. We have one lady there, Omali Chama. Honorable Omali Chama. Then we come down to Mezam. We have two ladies from Mezam in the house. We have Honorable Mange Alice and Honorable Constance Achu. So we have female gender issue. I mean, gender representation be very good, very, very good. And above all, the Speaker of the Interim House is being a woman in the person of Honorable Dr. Winifred Lobati. So in Ambazonia, we get plenty asset, For woman side and for man side, we get plenty assets. So Ambazonia be very, very strong. So we still be for celebration mode. Pastor Commando, are you there?
Very alive and listening strongly. Yes.
You see the ladies.
That is the Ambazonia we want for Bill. You see, Doctor, what I'm waiting by the scene, I say, the success of this our quest, it could be very strong. But one thing I don't notice now, say when women are represented and when women then take over some responsibility, they be punctual, they be serious, and they mean business.
Yeah.
And for what we see in the society today, women don't step in for make the help meet where God will be prepared woman for being, make it be complete. Because a lot of men, they be compromised today when they see money and when they see position. But women, from what they see, they don't dedicate themselves for just face the job description where they give for them. And in the course of facing that job description, will be extremely sure, say very soon and very soon, we'll get them for inside Boya. But before we get to Boya, they say charity begins at home. Now where we don't recapture our house and we bring back the glory of the house, we put them in place. I go talk and I go still talk. Say even though we no dey for inside we house physically,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't enter that house spiritually. What do I
Mm-hmm.
mean? A lot of things that they happen when you capture them spiritually, you trust
Mm-hmm.
and believe in them spiritually, you visualize it. When you see that
Mm-hmm.
vision, you go for
Yeah.
it. And that is why the interim government, they be dragged here and there for the talk, all kind story them, but they defocus. Even some people, the way they don't send them. At any time, somebody come up for here, for talk anything will be good for Ambazonia. You'll find some, I call them criminals. Whether they are ignorant or knowledgeable criminals, they be criminals. Their insults, they only go for cause Ambazonians where they be focused for continuously and continually be focused for which way a day before them. And our
Mm-hmm.
focus and our game plan never get into Ambazonia. Now, you discover, say, many of the questions where these fellows that they ask concerning uh, uh, money and fighting on the for the interim government. What about the other groups? That means that they recognize, say the other groups them, not just the leader of the group, and maybe a few friends, and maybe 2 or 3 sympathizers, then they come up to be a group. Why they know they always, because I never see how somebody come up challenge Cho Ayaba for sure which way they fight for ground zero. But whenever the interim government it makes some gains, the surrogates and those people, I believe that they are demonically, they have a spirit behind them where they quickly
Okay.
jump in, capture way to way other people don't do for attribute them to themselves. But we know they hear how way they ask them about the money where did they contribute them, the support where did they give them for ground one, and what way did they do for home front. So one for talk
Before
say the
we
interim
Yeah,
government
before
be
we
correct.
continue that one, you don't ask me
Mm.
some question, man, why you back? No, you asked something about Bernard Fallon. I get something here for
Yes,
Bernard Fallon. Fallon. You want to hear them before we continue for that
yes, go ahead.
thought where you get them.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Bernard Fallon, Early Life and Education. They born you on for 19 November 1924 in Kimbo,
Mm.
Nso,
Okay.
and he began elementary education in Catholic school, and he go for Christ the King College in Onitsha. You know
Mm-hmm.
Onitsha now, Grace of
I
God
know the
Mission
Christ the
Onitsha.
King College. Very popular, very popular. I know the college. Yes.
Yeah, in Anambra in 1940.
Yes. Yes.
He further went to um, Bigard Memorial Seminary in Anambra State,
Yes.
where he
I know.
studied philosophy and theology.
Mm-hmm.
He then traveled to Dublin for his master's in literature at the University of Ireland, Dublin, in 1954.
Dublin.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This man,
Wow.
this man there for University of Dublin for 1954, where they never born me, massa.
I know. Yes.
He obtained his PhD in literature at Sorbonne University in Paris in 1961. Sorbonne
Mm-hmm.
is one of the big universities in the world now.
Yeah.
Sorbonne is where, when you go to Sorbonne like this, everybody, when you say you are from Sorbonne, everybody turn and look at you. Career. Bernard started his career as an associate classroom teacher in 1940 to 1941.
Mm.
He was committed to reunification. He returned home for his political contribution with an appointment as chargé de mission in the former uh, under the Ahijo regime. You know, I told you, remember I tell you, I say when they see
Mm-hmm.
you say you get some sense, they go
Yes.
give you a chair so that you go forget place where you did.
Mm-hmm.
And he became a deputy minister of foreign affairs in 1964. Can you just imagine from 1961 to 1964? So they see him. I just see say this man, he gets sense plenty. Like people like Endele, people like Bernard Fonlon. Then they start giving them chair. So first of all, if be deputy minister of foreign affairs in 1964, 3 years after they don't tip our independence. Then he became minister of transport and post and telecommunication for 1968, 7 years after they don't tip our independence. Then in 1972, Fonlon became a professor of literature and head of department at the University of Yaoundé. That is what we're calling it Ngwakele. So you can see that this man, they were always caging him. When they see a talent, they cage. Pastor Commando, are you there? I just now you were I be just want to show you this man, Bernard Fonlon.
Yeah.
He'd be a great
Yes.
he'd be a great nationalist. You know that say for this we are struggle now. We get 3 types of Amazonian. You have the federalists, people where they believe say men will come stay, we will never sign book with them. Late Molanjoli to say we never get any, we never sign marriage with those people there. So we'll get time, we'll get right for break at any time without any person giving us problem. Yes. Then you have Ambazonians when are unionists, they believe in one Cameroon. That one they be fooled because there was no one Cameroon before, because when you look at the map, the actual map that the German Cameroon has, I don't talk for this broadcast, I don't talk say Chad will be part, Central Africa will be part of that map, all right? Congo Brazzaville will be part of that map. Then Gabon will be part of that map. Equatorial Guinea will be part of that map. So if you want lay everything down, say German Cameroon. Germany, they want annex, they come for partition Africa, but when Hitler be defeated in the First World War, they divide Africa. They divide Cameroon. So they cut that map. They cut the former German Cameroon, the big chunk of the map, they give them for France as a protected territory from the United Nations. You say, when I keep them, na property for United Nations that. They take they give for Britain for as a protected territory. So when some people they say they were unionists, they don't know what way they talk about unionists. Say Cameroon be one and indivisible. I think now East Cameroon be one now and indivisible. No, because if you want break away from that one, it will be you are separating. But they don't go give with some bad name. But we know we live somebody define we will not be separatists. Any man where they call that name, whether journalists, listen to us, journalists, listen. You be fake news. Fake news. When you refer to us as you don't know your history. Because you get to go back for history, because we are restoring what was stolen from us. So we are not separatists. Me, international community, they hear this one very well. We are not separatists. We are restoring what. Pastor, talk about this one. Let's talk about this one. Then we have the independence where you and I will be independentists.
Yes, you see, when they want to fool people the way they talk, say they don't know their history. Now, so they cajole them. They tell them, say they be this and that. 1959 or 1960, La Republique will get independence where
Independent for January. They no one hear that one. They
you know
no
one
one hear
here.
that one. But history could
Yes,
don't we could talk for here. We could teach our people
yes,
very well. La Republique,
yes.
they get their own independence for 1st January 1960. That time we never get. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, yeah, doctor. I think I'm. I think we'll continue tomorrow.
Okay.
uh, yes, it's remaining just 4 minutes, and then I'll be going for some other program. But for
Okay.
now, I just want to tell Ambazonians and say, we history will be in the making. It connect to the history way if it don't be, and the history way if it don't be. Now the one way some people the way they call themselves say Ambazonians, where they born them in the era of La Republique, 1970, 1980, 1990. Many of them, they don't understand history. And when you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand history, very clear and sure, you know if you leave history, where you don't understand history. And when you don't understand history, the next thing we go do now say, you go try to create your own history. I go take you pains. Because any man will go clear black bush, he know how a black bush day. But when you don't clear
Mm-hmm.
black bush, plant planty or plant cocoyam, the next time we want go clear them, you know they get chuku and that tall grass where don't stay for 20, 50 years, where you just go clear them for the first time. So Ambazonians, where they want to go through that route, that them way they drag food. And I always conclude say this particular Ambazonian where they drag their food, so something be wrong. Either spiritually they don't get stamina, or now say they don't buy them over, or now say they just follow fly news. Since many people they like to hear some news where they exist, especially fake news. So anybody where they talk say we and La Republic will be one, that person never read history. And we did here as people the way we don't see the history. We met some of the people where they write the history, and we read the history now for you, and you give a listen to the history. And when you listen to the history, we the one for plead with you. Jump out and join the living and moving train where carry the history. Because history and truth, they go together. Any history where truth no dey inside, na just house where the bill on top sansan. Tomorrow when awara come, that house dey broke. No matter how beautiful you don't paint the house. So many groups where they don't spring up for Ambazonia. My only cry be na say, if they be the go ahead, they sponsor the boys them for ground where they defend homeland. They make sure say they send out a kelebe, make a kelebe be their number, La Republic be their number one enemy. But unfortunately, many of the groups that instead sow a seed of discord amongst the brethren, and we not fit go do what we want to do. But at the same time, looking at it spiritually, I dey believe say God it get something for talk about that situation. So that any man way a day way it try make it see which way God it talk as it be happen in the days of Moses. So doctor, your concluding statement so that we'll call it quit for today.
Yeah. Ambassador, when I shine with an eye, get involved in the conversation with somebody. You discover, say, the person in the talk na road where they lead you for your own day. Turn aside. Keep aside. Get away from that person. If you hear the person they talk about unionists, say will be one Cameroon, get away from that person. That person not the agenda not there for Boya. Then when you come across person where they talk Boya, look up fine. Ask the person whether they pay the CID dues or it be involved in the LGA. Encourage that person. Because now two kind independent than they. The one where they talk from up, but they don't do them. That one just for camouflage like chameleon for few full week. But will be never again generation. Looking forward to see you in the next podcast. Thank you.
All right, fellow Ambazonians, now for here we will talk say quit for today. And one for thank una plenty. By the grace of God, the week it don't come. We will come back with so many episodes them for our history, so that you and I will continuously for learn, then make correction them for what we will get for make correction and push forward. God bless you. Have a wonderful time as we continue on ABC Amba TV.